now what?
Monkeypox.
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 Monkeypox. Monkeypox.
Monkeypox.
Monkeypox.
Monkeypox.
Monkeypox.
Monkeypox.
Monkeypox.
Monkeypox.
Monkeypox.
Monkeypox.
Who has symptoms associated with monkeypox.
Clusters of the virus have been reported in Britain, Spain, and Portugal, with more cases popping up in the U.S., Australia, and across Europe.
Tonight at Bellevue Hospital, doctors are treating a person who may have monkeypox. A city that is still dealing with COVID and its latest surge. Now comes a potentially new virus to New York City. This one is called monkeypox. What this is causing is pandemonium in the city, because hearing the word monkeypox after dealing with COVID, well, experts say this new virus could be spreading fast.
Scientists at Winnipeg's National Microbiology Lab have been tasked with testing monkeypox samples taken from Quebec patients.
I would say generally that the entire population is susceptible to this to monkeypox.
For those seeking personal protective options, you might feel a sense of déjà vu. Experts recommend masking, hand washing, and physical distancing when needed, mitigation measures with which we've become all too familiar.
It requires very close personal contact.
What is monkeypox?
This is what we call a zoonotic infection, where it can jump from non-human animals into humans.
Public health officials are considering a ring strategy that would include using a smallpox vaccine for close contacts of those infected.
The number of confirmed or suspected cases of monkeypox worldwide is now 106. Doctors in at least 8 countries, including the U.S., are now treating patients potentially infected with the rare illness.
The mysterious spread of monkeypox is concerning for doctors. Now at least 80 cases in 11 countries and 50 more possible cases. The spread of the rare disease, which causes rashes and lesions, has prompted the CDC to issue an alert. Doctors are hopeful they can quickly learn why cases are spreading around the globe.
I suspect that we will know a lot more in about a week.
The CDC is investigating a confirmed case of a rare and sometimes deadly disease called monkeypox.
Monkeypox.
This is a virus that is rare in humans, but when it does come up, it's a serious one that we should investigate, and we got to make sure that we understand if and how it is spreading.
Canada has announced it has 17 suspected monkeypox cases.
The CDC is now investigating a confirmed case of monkeypox in Massachusetts.
This morning, there's an unusual virus stirring up concern among health officials worldwide, and it's not COVID.
We're obviously monitoring the situation very, very closely.
Monkeypox, a rare viral illness that causes fever, fatigue, and rashes, has reached at least a dozen countries, including the U.S., with a confirmed case in Massachusetts and another presumed positive case in New York that is now out for testing with the CDC.
Have you ever seen cases of monkeypox occur all over the globe?
Health experts say it's the worst outbreak in the Western Hemisphere since 2003, when monkeypox first hit the U.S.
A bizarre new viral outbreak right here in this country.
Those patients had been in contact with infected pet prairie dogs, but today's cluster of cases are stumping infectious disease experts.
What is unusual is that most of these people have not traveled to Africa, nor have they been in any contact that we can note of animals that are exported from Africa.
The World Health Organization deploying an incident response team in the UK, where cases have doubled in the past 2 weeks. Researchers are working to understand why cases have been reported among men who have sex with men. Some cases were also reported in people who live in the same household.
The thing that makes COVID-19 so contagious and what made it so unique is that the virus was airborne. But with monkeypox, that is absolutely not true. You actually do need to be in very close contact with the person who's infected to get infected yourself.
Overall, numbers remain low, and experts say this is a time for awareness, not alarm.
And severe cases of monkeypox are more common in immunocompromised people and young children. There is no current proven treatment for the virus at this time, but most patients recover within just a few weeks.
Monkeypox.
Before we get started with today's video, remember Mad Magazine before they went all woke on us? Among other aspects of life, they would hilariously use satire to mock and expose both the left and right political parties. Well, there's another magazine that's light years beyond that. 100% independent Flip City magazine. I personally think they're better than MAD because they pull no punches. They'll take a stab at not only Klaus, Great Reset, Schwab, Gill, Final Solution, Bates, and St. Anthony Fraudstey, but they'll give you the bad and the ugly about Dennis Zio Prager, Charlie Kirk, and Dan World Economic Forum Red Flag Law Crenshaw. It's an uncensored free speech magazine from great artists and writers that you're going to love. Treating woke like the joke it actually is. There's really no magazine like it. Support these free speech heroes. Go to flipcitymag.com and get a subscription today. The link is in the description. A little confession time here. I put out a piece of misinformation today that ended up being more true than the misinformation that was promoted. People were broadcasting this on Twitter, maybe on Facebook too, but I'm not really involved in Facebook that much. But apparently, this, and let me size it down for you so you can see it. This is supposedly a caption from CTV News. Well, it turns out it is what they call imposter content. So what somebody did was they took the letterhead of CTV News right here, and they photoshopped all this right here. And it says, Ministry of Transportation considers creating UNVAXX section at the rear of the plane. It says the Ministry of Transportation has announced that they are currently conducting a study to determine the feasibility of allowing UNVAXX travelers to fly if they are seated in a segregated area at the back of the plane. So if you go around and do some fact checking, I'm going to use a top shelf authoritative source, or what Silicon Valley considers a top shelf authoritative source. This is Reuters fact checkers. Reuters fact checkers say, fact check image of CTV News headline claiming that Canada is considering segregation by VAXX status on aircrafts is fake. And if you look at it, you don't have to just take their fact checkers at face value. You can look around and you can't even find it on the Canadian outlet. All right. So it is fake. But you know what? It's worse than the fake. Because if you look at the fake article right here, it's like, what? What are we propelled back to the 1950s? Are we going to now have segregated water fountains and we're going to have to sit on certain places on the bus and treat it as second-class citizens? It's even worse than this fake image, or what they call imposter content. Check this out. I'm just going to go through a couple of these right here, and then we're going to go to the punchline. Canadian outlet CTV News did not publish a headline reporting that the Ministry of Transportation is considering creating an UNVAXX section at the rear of the aircraft. The image is digitally altered and was never published by CTV News. The CTV masthead is viewable in the top left corner of the image with an alleged headline that reads, quote, Ministry of Transportation. We just read that. The supposed sub-headline reads, and we read that. One user who shared the image on Facebook said, and we have been wondering if we're losing our minds. Unbelievable stupidity. Another said, oh, more segregation and discrimination by the government and apathetic Canadians who obviously don't care what's going on unless it directly impacts them. And this person says, get to the back of the bus, you dirty UNVAXX people kind. And check this out. CTV News did not immediately respond to Reuters for the request for comment. Reuters did not find the alleged headline here. Google Advanced Search didn't yield that. Twitter Advanced Search didn't yield that. The image is an example of imposter content, which is a type of content that impersonates a legitimate organization such as a news outlet, a fake stream, CIA infiltrated Operation Mockingbird, MKUltra news outlet, to push forward a claim or narrative. Okay, so claim or narrative is that there are going to be segregated parts on an airplane. Reuters did not find any news report claiming that the Canadian Ministry of Transport are considering creating you-know-what sections for the aircraft. VAXX, here we go. They admit VAXXination is a requirement to fly into or depart from Canadian airports with several exceptions. So it's worse than having UNVAXXed fly the plane, get on a plane in the back. What's worse is, you're not even allowed on the plane. It'd be like telling Rosa Parks, you can't sit at the front or the back of the bus. You can't even get on the bus. It'd be like saying, oh no, there aren't black water fountains. Not only are there not black and white water fountains, black people, you don't get to drink in public anywhere. The fake is better than the real. And just to show you that, just go to travel.gc.ca from the Canadian website dealing with conduct in airports and on airplanes. And here's what it says. It says, if you're 12 years of age plus 4 months or older, you'll need to be fully VAXX in order to board. It would be better if they had a segregated area. This right here is complete exclusion if you haven't bowed down at the altar of Jabbo, if you haven't done what the government says. And to further corroborate this search yield, if you don't provide proof of you know what, or valid you know what, you won't be able to travel, period. Never mind the back of the bus, the back of the plane. You can't even get on the bus or the plane. You could face penalties or fines if you provide false, misleading information or evidence about your proof of you know what. So this is another example of truth is stranger than fiction. It would be better if it was the fictionalized version, because at least then you could, if you needed to board the, airline for, maybe one of your relatives died, or, they're on their last leg or whatever, and you need to get across country. You can't afford to drive 38 hours across country. You need to take a 5-hour flight. Well, you can't even take that flight in Canada. Forget it. You're barred from travel. Unless of course, you've visited our good friends over there at Pfizer. Pfizer Moderna. They're the gateway through which you can guarantee your freedom. There you go, comrade.
With all the crazy stated plans of the Great Reset, the currency reset, and even the food reset, it's not a matter of if the store shelves are going to clear and there's a lack of food. The question is when. You need to get long-term storable food. It doesn't matter if it's from me or you just go to the store and you buy food. Just grab dry, storable food while you can. If you want to get it from me, you're going to support the channel and you're going to help yourself out, because my link has a discount code embedded within it. You can check that out in the description below.